dominating.
I mean, a tale of two halves yet again, though. It was that third quarter that made all the difference. They came out of the locker room at halftime, and it was a different story in the third and fourth.
It's like they kicked it in another gear. It's just the experience, and you can now see how experienced this team is. Yes, Kyrie hasn't played or didn't play last year in Love, but at the same time, the tone that's been set by LeBron is at such a high level. I think it's just right now, it's just a higher level than any of the players for the Raptors that can handle at this moment.
It was, and I thought they came out in the second half. Cleveland just basically focused, and I give a lot of credit to T. Lue having an adjustment, going in and say, hey, we have to take care of business. I like Toronto. I predicted it by halftime it should be close, but let's go that third quarter, that first 5 minutes. Cleveland came out and dominated defensively, and you can see the frustration from the Toronto Raptors.
Well, it did stay close through those first two quarters, but in the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds of that second quarter, the Cavs outscored the Raps 16-2. So that run started prior to heading into the locker room, just 2 points from DeMar DeRozan. Where did you see the momentum shift there in that second quarter?
Well, what's important, Steve, like experienced team, playoff championship teams, close quarters, close into the half, and I think that's it. San Antonio's been great at it. Golden State, and they definitely have to add Cleveland. I mean, they close quarters. They step it up to another level, whether they're change their defense to trapping or they just pick up their pressure where they have you throwing the ball over the court, and that's what's happening.
Well, you can take a look there. Like I said, in those last few minutes of that second quarter, a 16-2 run, but also just offensively, nothing happening for the Toronto Raptors. 0 for 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point land. At least they got it done, a couple of free throws, but also getting out-rebounded. And we talked about them needing to be able to crash the boards if that was going to be a difference in Game 2, and the Cavs yet again beat them down there, Smitty.
Well, Kristen, I look at it like this. Sometimes you have teams that's better than you, and you guys shoot over the top, you contest the shot, you just, hey, you tip your hat. But I think a lot of times watching the Toronto Raptors right now, guys are driving the basketball and get all the way and laying it up before there's a reaction from anybody to even get there. Sometimes you make the right defensive play, they make the right pass, they skip it around, they make buckets. You just say, hey, it's hard because they have so many guys that can play at a high level. But when guys are driving the basketball, setting the pick and the screen and roll, and there's nobody reacting, I know they're missing Valanciunas, but you still have defensive principles where if you're there in the right place and they still score, you just say, I understand that they're the team that scored over the top of us. But there's sometimes, Vince, I'm looking where there's nobody there and there's no communication. And then afterwards, you got to sometimes say, my bad, and you get it together. I should be there.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that
your body, if you're not going to block, at least your body should be there to make him think you're going to take a charge or just make another pass. That's all you want is an extra pass and scramble, but there's nothing. And then if you look on the other end, they tried to drive, and they can't even get in the paint. And when they throw the ball out, they're closing out, protecting the three-point line, which is not happening on the other end. So it's just the experience right now is really prevailing. I mean, you hope that Game 3, the energy in the arena is going to kind of put them over, but like they just have to get easy baskets. They're not getting easy baskets, not getting to the free throw line, and you're not rebounding.
Right.
That's tough.
Yeah, well, speaking of easy baskets, the Cavaliers' big three, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, all in double-figure scoring in that first half. I mean, prior to even heading into the locker room, and we've talked a lot about their ball movement. What have you seen from them offensively? I mean, they have taken it up a notch, even in this series.
Christian, unselfishness. I mean, everybody's willing to move the ball and make the right play. And like I said, when you have that type of talent with guys that are willing to do that, they're tough to beat. And they're playing on another level defensively as well. What can you do?
It also seems like, I mean, am I wrong in saying it looks like these guys are just having a lot of fun doing this?
And look how open they are.
And
it is.
I mean, it looks like they're just having a blast as they're doing this. And I don't think that I saw that. We didn't see that all of this regular season. And I think certainly not in the playoffs last season. So is that, you think, potentially the difference?
That's the play of the game, Kristen.
Well,
not because of the dunk of LeBron, but Richard Jefferson.
Can we look at that again? Can we look at Richard Jefferson again? Yeah.
The way Richard Jefferson.
Exactly.
Hey.
Almost like security. Like, no, you know what? He's going to finish this.
Everybody has bought into what they're trying to do. And it's just, conference finals is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? So
here,
watch
this.
Watch Richard
Don't
Jefferson.
watch LeBron.
Easy,
guys.
Like, no.
Turn around.
Yeah, everybody just slow down, let him finish, and now you can take it out.
I love that, how he turns around completely. Like, no, my man's going to finish this.
That just shows how much fun they're having. And in a sense, it's like I'm turning around to protect. Hey, you guys slow down. This is guaranteed 2 points right here. You know, they're just looking out for each other. And they're, again, I mean, I can't reiterate it anymore. They're just playing at another level.